Ichigo, yahoo! Uh-oh. I thought I fixed my audio. I was so proud of myself. I'm listening to the game host right now. There will be no tech issues today. Clueless. Hi! We already had a tech issue. Is it raining outside? I think it's raining outside. 1 second. It is raining outside. Sorry, I had to make sure. I had to be clear and certain. This is such a weird problem. Okay. There we go. That's so weird. I don't know why I did that, but anyway. I think I've officially fixed most of the tech problems. I hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's Thursday. No, Thursday. It's Friday here. It's a rainy, cold Friday. It's a very nice weather. But last night, I went to sleep with my heater on, and I set the timer for like an hour, like to turn off in an hour. And I wake up. It hasn't turned off. It's beating down on me. I'm sweating in my blanket because I fell asleep in front of the heater. But it was still cozy. It's still fine. But I hope you had a good day today. I hope it wasn't too agonizing. I had a good day. I mean, it's the morning, so there's not a whole lot of day left. Day to judge, but I did my homework, and today I think we have a big test today, and I have no idea what that test is about, so I'm a little scared. But alrighty, this game is Night Call. I don't know what it's about other than a taxi cab service. I think. I could be completely wrong. I had a good day. My arms are a little sore because I had weights, but I'm good. Oh, you have weights class? I think I said I had weights class, but the girls weren't allowed to like use the weight room. It was so weird. I do better lifting weights than like cardio though, which is also weird. Alrighty, getting your BGM OST. Let me know how this sounds. I don't know what the rating for this game is, if it's like PG-13 or like rated R. I literally have no idea what this game is about. So let's go in. Let me edit this so I can see you guys. I love my mouse, you guys. I'm so happy. Full screen, windowed, apply. Alrighty. Can I? Oh, I can't edit the window. Oh, good thing you guys can still see it. Alright. Oh, this is hard. I wish they had a chat pop-out feature. Surely there is one, right? Like an overlay? Live dashboard. They really should make that. Surely that is a feature, because I know plenty of streamers game in full screen. Let me see. Type. Alright, let's go to Reddit. That always goes well. That's not a helpful comment. Everyone says just to use a second monitor. Ah! I guess I'm using my phone. Okay, for today's punishment, you have to play Overwatch ranked for 8 hours. What is Overwatch ranked? Like the top gamers? Oh shoot, my computer is still giving my phone Wi-Fi. That's not good. Meow 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 meow. It's ranked mode for Overwatch. I wish I knew what that meant. Like top shooters? Ice Spice. I was searching my name so I can watch the stream chat and Ice Spice came up. What do we think of the OST so far? I swept my floor last night and moved my bed. I hope you are proud of me. Okay, I'm pulling up the chat. I'm pulling up the chat. I'm pulling up the chat. Ow. Okay. Okay, I'm here. I have the chat now. It's a mode where you can compete for a rank. Lowest is bronze, highest is grandmaster. What's so bad about it though? For 8 hours? Alrighty, let me put my phone, where do I want to put it? I'll put it over here. My computer's a little toasty. It's a little warm in here. Alrighty, let's play the game. You guys can see it okay? Okay. Oh, oops, my phone's in the way. Should be fine over here. I'm balancing it. Free roam? Oh, there's free roam? And what is the pass in it? Because I'm curious. Alright, I'm gonna just put my phone, oh dear. Let me find a place to put it. Ooh, oh goodness. Goodness. Oh, that didn't work. Alrighty. I guess I'll just put it here then, right in front of me. Okay, new game. Each room. Let me know if this is too loud for you guys, by the way. If you're in a losing streak, your rank plummets. Also, you have to win 5 games or lose 15 to get your rank updated. What? Bro. They're fixing it soon, but still. Choose the investigation. Are we not a taxi driver? Am I wrong? I literally could have sworn that this was a taxi game. I'm so embarrassed. I'm just gonna keep the title that way then. The judge. Victims all have something in common, and the motives seem clear, but which suspect could have done it? Random victims, unknown motive, weird case, slightly more difficult than the others. The victims may feel random at first, but there's a connection, yet the motives might be hard to find. Dark and twisted case. Hi! There's tons of Smurfs. The game will randomly pick an unsolved investigation. The game will randomly pick an investigation no matter if solved or unsolved. Eh? You can do a solved investigation? Should I change the stream title? Because it's not... I literally could have sworn this was a taxi game. Oh, yay! Your birthday is tomorrow for me. Happy early birthday, Dan! Being a... question mark? I know I should have read the game description, but I like to be surprised when I play games. So that's why I didn't look too much into it. But anyway. Let's do the judge because you guys know I'm not really that smart. Story. Money will be easy to get by. The investigation will be easier. Every action will take less time for a chiller experience. The way Night Call was designed. Money will be tighter. The investigation will be harder to solve. Every action will cost more time for a more challenging experience. I'll do this one balanced because I want to try my best. I'm really scared. I hope there's no jump scares. I don't think this is a jump scare game. I want a muffin! Oh guys, I had ramen yesterday. It was instant ramen. I thought it would be easier on my tummy than like real ramen, but I made a mistake. Oh, this is such a cool OST. Woo! You guys can hear it, right? Done. Have you played Dead Cells? I haven't. Friday for me. I know it's Thursday for you guys. Tomorrow, though, we're playing a skateboard, I think. Dun, dun, dun. Night call. Oh? I'm tangled in wires. Okay. Here? Okay, good. I'm seeing everything. Oh, my screen went away. Here? Sir, can Burr hear me, or do I need to speak up? What the heck is happening? Okay, I'm not sure I understand. You're fine. This is what I say when I'm in the hospital. I'm always apologizing. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. Oh? The word bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. Oh, cool. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The judge, as the police call the killer... What? The judge? Is the killer? As the police call the killer assaulted you. The bullet touched your liver and in most circumstances it would have been fatal. We chose to put you in an induced... Oh, a blackout. Okay. This is literally, like, what I feel. Your fingers move around your wound underneath the bandages and you can feel hard skin. It's incredibly painful. Did they... I'm sorry? Did they catch the judge? No. What about my passenger? Okay, are we a taxi cab? He was dead before you even got out of your cab. What? My passenger died. So like, he like shot us while we were driving and we crashed the cab? The police would like to see you as soon as possible and ask you some questions. After all, you're the only one who survived the judge. Okay. Need to rest, okay. I don't care, he's the only witness. He's a strong authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue, some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, you'd never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. I'm gonna try to read everything, just so like, in case there's any people who like can't see watching. I know there's deaf people who watch, and I feel kind of bad, because I don't know how to put subtitles on, but luckily there's like the subtitle here of like what the game is saying. It's kind of scary. You got insomnia, me? Or like the character? Oh. Days go by and a month later. Did we ever talk to the police? Oh, I guess we're... Okay, so we are a taxi driver. I wasn't wrong. Vroom. Well, look, I've got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since... Well... Oh good, we're this bearded guy, we're not this ugly guy. Since the attack. Are you listening to me? Oh, he's their boss. You catch your boss's eyes in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. I'm listening. I too have insomnia, but mine is not caused by depression. Mine is caused by Fortnite. I stay up late getting till death towers. I too have insomnia, but mine's not caused by depression. Mine's caused by character AI. Okay. I have a throat ache. Like, not like a sore throat. It feels like there's like a bubble in my throat that hurts. Or not at my throat, it's like at the base of my throat. It's really weird. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. Oh, we're talking. I didn't even notice that. You're like a son to me, you know. Oh, I don't trust bosses who say that. I know. And you know he's about to tell you the story of his taxi fleet again. You guys wanna know something funny? So my grandpa, he doesn't have like dementia, which is like pretty good. He doesn't have dementia or Alzheimer's. I used to call Alzheimer's old timers because I thought that makes more sense, but I guess not. He doesn't have dementia or Alzheimer's. He's like really healthy for his age. But he's been doing this since I was little, like since he was like 50, so I don't think this is an age thing. But he's told me the exact same story probably over 50 times. And I don't know, because it's the same story, he doesn't repeat anything else. He doesn't have memory issues with anything else but this story. But he's the type of guy, he's probably just doing it to see when I'll correct him. One time I told him that he repeats the story, but I told him that it's fine because I like listening to him talk. But we always go to Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's together because my grandpa is like a cowboy, okay? He's a real cool guy. And picture itty bitty toddler Ichigo. It's like some random cowboy guy smoking a cigar. He's literally like a redneck. Like he's literally a hillbilly. He's a proud hillbilly. He wears like tank tops, he has a beard, he has a cowboy hat. He smokes cigars, he has a gun on his waist. And he's just like carrying around this little brown toddler. And I would sit in his truck with him and he would give me a cream soda and beef jerky and take me to Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's. And every time we go through the fish section of one of those stores, like with the aquariums, he tells me the same story about how when I was a baby, he was holding me in that like aquarium area and I was watching a little fish swim by and then a big fish came up and ate it and I jumped in his arms, and he tells me that story every time. And I think it was like around like age 12 that I realized that I'd heard this story multiple times already. And I remember when I was 13, I told him, I said, you know, you tell me this story every time we go to Bass Pro Shop. And he said, oh really, I'm sorry. And I said, no, it's fine because I like listening to you tell it. But I just think it's funny that that's the only story that he retells. He tells it to this day. He doesn't do that with anything else. I think that's so funny. Anyway, when my father died... when my father died and left me in the store, I could have sold it. I have to burp again. I literally only have to burp when I start streaming. I'm not trying to attract burp fetishes or anything. I just speak every thought that comes to my mind. My father then left me the store. I could have sold it. I could have retired and gone back to the old country. The old country, not my old country. The old country. He's probably Italian. He's gotta be. Interrupt him. Remember Blox burps? I do. It struck a memory. Wasn't he friends with wasps? But I decided to start a cab fleet, and the money he left me... With the money he left me to hire the guys from the neighborhood. Alrighty. That's why I got like 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air. Autism? Empty vessels make the most noise. Literally what my 5-year-old told me, and everyone clapped. You, me? Yeah, I say every thought that comes to my head. It's kind of dangerous. None of them are any match for you. As he smiles, his voice suddenly takes on a serious note. Do you want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard. Oh, Jazzy? Jazzy? The meter, the GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks. Maybe you do need a little refresher. I guess. Right then, well first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes, it's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then you drive. Do we get to drive in this game? Is this a driving game? Yippee! Hip hip hooray! Mechanical smile. He flashes a quick mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work, that's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers, and his voice trails off as if searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh right, no overtime. We're in France here, and there are rules and regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do a good job. What's the matter? Your boss keeps quiet for a while as if he's hesitant to speak, and then... I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. Bro, I just got shot. It's nothing to worry about. The murderer is still out here, and we think he's gonna come back for you. He doesn't know who I am. He could have seen your face. The police are positive he didn't. He attacked from behind. I fell to the ground and then he took off. Silence, your eyes lock. He holds your keys. He wants to believe you to be on your side. He looks away. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Sorry. Came from behind. Yeah, bro, I got ganged by 3 dudes. I shot in my back, for real, for real. He blew my back out, one could say. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. Alrighty? Gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Do I need my hands in the wasp position? Or can I stay in my blanket? Alrighty, you can count on me, boss. I love selling my labor. He scratches out an invisible stain on the armrest. Yeah, I know that's the problem. He smiles. Wasps. Wasps isn't my boyfriend, I was just joking. I just wanted to do that to the next person who joined the stream to freak him out. I think you guys know that though. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. I actually never get hit on, like ever. I know that's weird, probably because I never leave the house. I guess I get hit on by the Japanese guys that fetishize foreigners, that's all. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You're branded. When do I get to drive? There's a map up here. You sit there a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. It's back to the night shift, back to life. Despite the attack. Despite it all. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, why is there a freaking dog that needs picking up? Are we seeing this, chat? Chat, are we seeing this? Is this a furry? Whoa, 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 whoa! There's literally people everywhere, oh my gosh. Wait, you were joking? Yes! He just joined the stream and I just attacked that man. I was harassing him. He wasn't in on it. I just decided to pick a random person to do that to. Let's pick the cat, I guess. Room. Oh, we don't get to drive. Croaky. What is this? Why is there a cat? There, 4:59. Except, you pull to the sidewalk and wait for your passenger. It looks like a no-show. You get out of the cab after a minute or two to smoke a cigarette. There's not much going on in this small town in the suburbs. There are a few apartments that still have lights on. A sweet scent hangs in the air. Eventually, you stub out your cigarette and get back into the car. Bro, this is so scary. You jump startled. Cat has managed to slip into the cab. Oh look, we are driving. It's sitting on the back seat, staring at you intently. You sit there for a moment, considering whether or not to shoo it away. But just as you are about to wave your hand, the cat shifts positions and a slip of paper falls from its collar. I can tell I have a hard time telling social cues. No, you're fine. That was the point. Like, I was intending to trick everybody. Pick up the paper. Pick up the piece of paper and unfold it. Oh, he's looking! Look at him! He kinda looks like a dog though. Like they drew him weird, he looks like a pug. A fragment of a map of Paris, the Saint Lazare train station. You turn your eyes slowly to the cat. He seems to be expecting an answer. Oh, are you going somewhere? Oh, that was cute. Cat tilts its head to the side as if to say yes. You want to go to Saint Lazare? The cat tilts its head again. Are you a dog? The cat slowly nods its head no. Your hands clutch the wheel tightly. What the hell is going on? This is literally the worst first trip, like, after being in a coma. I still have a chance, not in a million years. I don't know, I'm like a pedophile, but... I got hit on that by that random Asian guy that had a black accent for some reason. He was like, yo, where you going? You're gorgeous. And I was like, I did not look good at all. Like I was homeless at the time. I literally looked homeless. I was stopping to go look at a store because I was doing Uber Eats for a living. And he stopped me and he was like, yo, you're gorgeous. And I was like, oh, you have to lie, right? Like you have to, guys don't take no for an answer. So my go-to was always like, oh, I have a boyfriend, like instantly, because for some reason if you tell them that another man is involved, then they leave you alone because they feel like they're threatening another man. But if you just say no, they won't take it. So I pulled out the good old I have a boyfriend. He said really? Like he doesn't have to know. So I start panicking, right? I'm like, oh no. What can I say to make him scared? I was like, he's in the military and he's Russian. And he goes, that's okay, military ain't mean nothing. And I was like, bro. And he was like, yo, my Instagram, I got a bunch of followers, I got money. And I was like, I'm fine, because it's like a random short guy. Nothing against short guys, but it was just weird. I mean, props to him for having confidence, I guess, but he didn't really look like he looked like the type to say that he has money, you know? And I felt bad because the ladies in the store I was going into were looking after me, like they were really concerned about him talking to me. And then he looked me up and down. He said, okay, nice meeting you. But picture that in like a really black accent. Like I don't know where he got that accent from. He had to be Korean. Anyway. Oh no, my shirt fell down. You turn around to face the cat. There's stupid days and people who are stupid every day. I don't know, it was stupid, it was weird. It was like weird and cocky. Okay, fine, I'll take you. Oh, I could have just said this isn't happening. How does the cat pay? Okay, fine. You start talking to yourself in low tones as if to balance the conversation. Normal, this is all perfectly normal. You start the cat but cast a glance at the cat behind you. Jeez. You're the one who ordered the cab? You start to laugh. A few minutes go by, you try to break the ice. Simple questions are probably best. Everything okay? You want to talk about it? Either a yes or a no, a more plaintive meow. Are you going on a vacation? Are you meeting someone? No, that's not it. The cat's staring at you. The conversation seems to bore him. You seem to be well fed. Pretty strange, I must say. Did someone hurt you? A plaintive meow. You sigh. Although a monkey dresses in silk, it still stays a monkey. What? What is that? Ignore that. I have a black friend on TikTok and she tags every post with hashtag slave, hashtag monkey. It sounds racist, it was unintentional. No, it sounded like spot on to like the 1800s. Like it sounded like something that would be brought up in court. I was trying to call you ugly. Well, I'm glad you were calling me ugly and not calling me a monkey. It's okay, I think it was funny. donkeys know more than you. Democrats? Democrats, you mean? A plaintive meow, you sigh. Your owner? Another meow, but longer and deeper, more heartfelt. You nod your head. What happened? Was it a man? No answer. A woman? Was she mean to you? Wait, is it our job to, like, find the killer? No, a real donkey. I see. I like donkeys. I think they're cute and happy. This cat seems to be uncertain. Oh, is there a little thing moving around? I can't tell. She was not around for you? The cat doesn't seem to understand. For instance, your owner is never home. You're bored. You want to spend more time playing. If cats could roll their eyes, he would have. Does she have other cats? The cat gives you a look of full disbelief. I want Indian food. I want naan. No, that's not it. You're independent. You like to be alone, right? The cat doesn't seem to feel like talking anymore. Turns his head away and looks out the window. You're not far now after the next light. You point to a light in the distance. The St. Lazare will be there soon. A few yards later, you stop at the drop-off area in front of the station. We're not moving anymore. The first train doesn't leave for another hour. Where are you going? The cat stares at you without making a noise. Let me guess. St. Lazare? If you were going to the suburbs of Paris, you wouldn't have needed to come into town. So somewhere in the northwest of France. Normandy? Somewhere by the sea? The cat is looking at you and meows, a sharp sound, probably a yes, a very hungry yes. Or the fish, I guess. You check the time on the dashboard. It's time to go to get a real customer. You try not to think too much about the situation you're in, and you hope no one sees you're talking to a cat. Go on. I'll just start saying the names of cities and you meow when I hit the right one. Meow, meow. You start to list cities in Normandy. The cat doesn't move a muscle. Cherbourg. The cat looks up. So it's Cherbourg. Getting close? Saint Malo? Still nothing. Got it. Douleville. A meal of delight. You're smiling too. All of a sudden you're exhausted. Okay, come on. Time to say goodbye. You get out of the cab and open the back door. A bill has appeared in the seat next to the cat. It's enough for the fare and more. Well, you're full of surprises, aren't you? I won't ask where you came from. Where it came from. You smile and lean over to pet the cat. It leaps out of the car and darts between your legs. You can just make out its shape dashing up a flight of stairs and slipping between the bars of the gate. You get back in the car. Alrighty. You look at yourself in the rearview mirror. Your features are heavy with fatigue. Your right eyelid is twitching. I hate when my eyelids twitch. It's so embarrassing. As you start the car, you remember you're allergic to cats, but you haven't sneezed once. It was a ghost. You pull out of the station. Okay. Fake? Oh, those other people left. What is this shadowy figure? That's scary. There's the people change. I thought we just had to go around and take them all. Let's take this sad looking lady. Vroom, vroom, vroom. A few cars are headed towards Paris, probably commuters from the suburbs rushing to get to the office, and now it's gone. Oh, our time! The time we took is up here in our gas, too. Except, the woman getting in your taxi does not look like she's at her best. Alrighty. Mouth lolling open, eyes unfocused, out of breath. She looks like she's been punched in the gut. Or it looks like she saw a ghost. Are we moving? We are moving! She struggles to take her backpack off and makes several attempts. The strap gets caught in the buckle of her overalls. She sighs and gets annoyed. During this whole process, she doesn't look up at you once. She takes a deep breath. Place de fêtes. I can't read French. Her voice is emotionless. It sounds more of a trickle than a voice coming out of a childish body. It sounds like it took every bit of energy she had to get those words out. She takes her phone out of her bag, hesitates, starts swiping left to right, right to left. She's completely absorbed. You think you can make out the reflection of a colorful mobile game in her glasses. Does she have glasses? Silence settles heavily into the cab. It's broken occasionally by something that sounds like a hiccup or a repressed sob. She doesn't have glasses. At a red light... Oh, is this a person? That scares me. At a red light, she raises her hand and lowers it the second her gaze crosses yours in the rearview mirror. Something about her face makes you feel like you've got something caught in your throat. What is the smiley face? You don't look so great. She looks up at you slowly, her gaze is even darker. She looks right at you for a second, it chills you to the bone. Yeah, you might say so. She's not crying, not shaking, just the occasional spasm. A few seconds go by. You attempt to focus on the road, but despite both of your efforts, you pretend nothing is wrong. Her emotions invade the cab. She finally takes the plunge like she's jumping off a cliff. Can I talk to you? Still the same trickle of a voice and great lengths taken to control it. I'm sorry, it's stupid, but I think I need someone to talk to. I'm listening. Why can we ignore her? That's so sad. She takes a deep breath. I need to say it out loud. You stay silent. You sense she needs you to be silent. I'm so scared. A guy touched me in that bar. Her voice is twisted like a nearly empty tube of toothpaste. Tears collect in her eyes. You feel really heavy. Oh, what do you mean? She starts talking and her tone is slightly different. She sounds more confident. Like saying those words out loud made her feel a bit more alive again. Or like she wanted to be stronger. He came up behind me and touched me way too much. Her voice breaks over the last few syllables. The silence in the cab absorbs everything, even the noise of traffic. You don't even hear the ambience going by, the lights flashing. I want to talk about it, but I also don't really know what to say. Do you want to file a report? I don't think so. I don't have much of anything concrete to report. I don't really feel like going to the police station. I don't want to sit under fluorescent lights and answer questions. I just want a warm blanket, a cup of hot chocolate, and my mom. She tries to smile but gets choked up and lets out a painful sob. It took me way too long to understand what was happening. Way too long. I didn't get it. I was petrified. Yeah. She looks about 30 years old maybe. Or not far from 30, but you get the impression you're driving a little girl who just had her innocence stolen. When I was standing there in the crowd, the Furiosa is like my second home. I always go there to hang out with friends because they all live in the neighborhood and our places are all too small. She takes a breath, you follow suit unconsciously. Everything was fine, there was a concert, I was happy. I had a bit to drink, but not too much. It was packed but the music was sweet, it was a good night. I was having a good night. Another breath. You know what it's like when you're packed in a crowd, like into a crowd like sardines? You don't really know who's touching you, but that's just the way crowds are. Sorry, I was eating noodles, you're fine. She lays her telephone on the seat and leans forward, elbows on her knees, head in her hands, her backpack falls on the floor. She doesn't make the slightest move to pick it up. I didn't get it. Fuck, why didn't I get it? Oh, this is too relatable. I didn't react. Didn't even react. She stares at you. Why didn't I react? What? We can invalidate her? Who selected this? This is secretly a social experiment and they can see who selected this option. Salted egg, sesame oil noodles, and I added spice minced pork. Bro, share? You should talk to the police about this. She leans over ever so gently towards you. Sir, you know what? You're right. For the first time since she sat down in your cab, you feel a sense of relief. I can drop you off at the station. You stop to think for a second. I can even wait with you if you like. She leans over to you. I'd do the same if I were you. And I'm sincerely grateful. But no, not tonight. I just can't bring myself to do it. She grabs her bag and sits up, suddenly more outspoken. You know, you read story after story about women who have been assaulted. You say to yourself, okay, got it. If it happens to me, I'll rip his head off, scream, make a scene, hit him. He won't get away with it. You convince yourself you're stronger than them, that you know how to protect yourself. Stand up for yourself. She pauses barely, it's hard to bear. I'm so angry with myself. I didn't do anything, I just stood there, frozen. Like an idiot. Everyone was totally entranced in the concert. They were dancing, drinking, laughing, screaming, and I was frozen. It was like a wave of ice had washed over me. Everything around just collapsed. It was like I was stuck inside my own body. All I could feel were his fingers worming their way in. I don't even know how long it lasted. I was disconnected. I let him do it. Your last words hang in the air and work their way into your thoughts. You become aware of your sweaty hands on the steering wheel. She pauses and starts talking again. Part of me froze on the spot, another part was screaming inside. At one point the crowd shifted, there was a bit of a rush or something. Indie visual novel that's about depression and trauma? Not entirely, we had a cat in here earlier. That's when my brain started functioning again like someone flipped a switch. I wanted to turn around, but his hand disappeared. I couldn't see who it was, and I just stood there like an idiot. All that was left was a normal gathering of normal people. Who does that? I mean, really, who does that? I ran over to the bar. I don't even know how I got there. I couldn't feel my legs. My friends were waiting for their beers. I burst into tears. A brief pause, just enough to open her eyes wide. I think the worst part was that my friends made fun of me. They saw me walk up in tears. I did my best to explain what happened and they thought it was hilarious. Oh, come on, Bernice, they said. Calm down, it's no big deal, relax. Only my guy friends were there tonight. They're not bad guys, you know, but they're not always so bright. I usually get along better with guys, yeah. But I really wish one of the girls had been there. Hearing them laugh was so harsh. When it happened, I didn't really know what to say. I mean, maybe they're right, it was no big deal. She pauses and looks away. I never should have gone to that concert. She loses herself in thought. You wonder how you would have reacted if something like that happened to you. You try to remember how you did react. I went outside, walked around a bit. Didn't even text me or anything. You're taking this too seriously. That's not normal. No, nothing about tonight is normal. Nothing. I just wish I could make it all go away. It scares the shit out of me. How it's so definitive, permanent, unavoidable. I already know it will hang over me my whole life. How I wish I could make it all go away, turn back time. Like in a video game. F5, X6, quick save, quick load. She's a gamer! Swish, erase your mistakes, a moment of absence, some horrible thing that happened, over and done. You know just what she's talking about. The feeling that suddenly in one split second, a split second, your fate is changed forever. And there's no going back. You expect to see Aid's face in the rearview mirror. At it? Aid? Have you ever done anything like that, sir? I beg your pardon? Oh! Have you ever hurt anyone? Any women? She asked the question again, like she thinks she might not have heard it the first time. What do you mean it's not as simple as that? Your passenger breathes in. You can hear her leaning and looking for an answer. I don't know. Indeed you don't know. Images and sounds come to mind in flashes. People suddenly staring. Faces whose expressions shift in barely noticeable ways. Voices that no longer speak. The sour smell of sweat, the touch of skin that is suddenly chilled. Is it possible that... What? Each time you blink, you brush off a new image. You speak up again with a half smile that's supposed to be reassuring. Reading the visuals, not gonna lie, but the story is difficult for me to pay attention to. You just got here! We're a taxi driver, we're just listening to people talk. You speak up again with a half smile that's supposed to be reassuring. What? How is this supposed to be reassuring? Yeah, I probably have hurt women before, but not like that. I'm trying to understand. And you see I'm skeptical. Sorry, I'm thinking about my friends, the way they reacted. In what way is this no big deal? Why exactly should I calm down? If they think I need to calm down, they must think that kind of behavior is normal. That normal people do that kind of thing. I'm sure they've got friends, a job. I mean, they're not guys who look like serial killers that just escaped from the loony bin. I will never set foot in that bar again. Ever. Getting closer to your destination, your voice sounds far away. Drop me out of the light, I need to walk a bit. You pull over, she's shaking. It's like you're in slow motion. I'm sorry for all that. You mutter something incomprehensible, actually. You don't really know what you wanted to say anyways. Why are your words so relatable? She pays her fare and walks off without a word. I stole this from Dream? Oh, I think I missed a text to read. You close your eyes for a long time before turning the key in the ignition. Is it normal to trauma dump like taxi drivers? Dang, she paid me a lot. The door suddenly opens and a woman gets into the back seat. Having a good night? Why is it dark? Oh! You! For a second you freeze. It's one of the cops working on the judge's case. She grins at you, her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her. You're there. I think... You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks I've been saying to myself, there's something off about you, something not so nice. Bro? Can you trauma dump to us? What do you guys mean? I thought you're not supposed to trauma dump. Oh, what do you guys want to know? I just stretched. She thinks that I'm the judge. I'm the Riddler. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I was sure you lied to us. You think I shot myself in the liver and then killed my passenger? You guys made a trauma dump. I guess I relate to that lady a bit. Didn't lie. It's so funny. Just saying didn't lie. Sticking at your gut for the Rizzler. She whistles to cut you off. Who whistles to cut people off? Hey, I'm talking. Get in the cab, bro. Why are the cops that are deciding if I was attacking me? She has a cold sneer on her face. I'm gonna be frank with you. She leans over to you. I don't think you're the judge. Nah, I just can't picture it. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. I burped again. Like you'd have gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Ah, jeez. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough of a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I had known better, I'd think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile in prison at 17. I'm just a taxi driver though. Every taxi driver has been in prison. An icy chill fills your gut. And for murder too. What? You open your mouth but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you've kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and your address, I checked. It's normal, you'd say. If they get word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car. Meaning no second chance at life. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Is she saying that she's gonna accuse me of being the Riddler? And then just for fun? Because she wants to see me fight to not go to jail again? There's something sticky on my computer, what the frick? grody. I'm not one for sticky things on my computer. Get it off there. Okay. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. I literally don't know how to help you. She leans forward, her shining cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and last name. With evidence. Can I eat the gamer gunk? I don't think it's gamer girl goo. I think it's something else. But I don't know what it could be because I don't eat on my computer. She looks like Chief Beifong from Legend of Korra. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info, victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet, keep it between you and me. Is she breaking her rules? Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I've never done this. She shrugs. Don't worry, you're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up with a bow in the front station, okay? You're no Batman, you're just here to get more information. She rummages around in her pockets for what seems like forever. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3 days, 4 days, just to check in, we'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on the didactic, paternalistic tone. Like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught, don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. Why am I not allowed to leave? Maybe Paris police would work differently. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. I have to go. I'll check in on the you-know-who. Her smile is biting. That reminds me. She know you done time? You shake your head. She snickers. Who's the you-know-who? The lady? Oh, my little dirtbag. You cover your tracks well. I did what I could. Yeah, if you say so. She sighs in a tired, exaggerated way. Don't try to mess with me, man. If things don't go well, I'll turn you in. Okay? I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it, your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest and spend nights in jail. What did I do to deserve this? I was just shot in the liver. You have no idea how tense things are, and that fucker's trial underway. Yusa, you know just what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, your last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Oh, this is reckless. Nothing like that, terrorist. She smiles. Let me tell you, with that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. You have no right. I know we have no right. She takes on a serious tone, businesslike. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me? And neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then, we see eye to eye. So you can just say you're my informant, my CI. You ripped open your gut, saw your own insides, you were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually gonna do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, listen to all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Oh right, and don't get fired. Without this cab, you're worth nothing to me. I mean, okay. You glare at her. Like a bitch. Say nothing. She puts her hand up and you can hear the words behind it. Conversation never happened. Wow. Make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way until then. Not a word to anyone, obviously not a word. Door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Bitch! You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit! Key in the ignition, motor running. Radio on, crackles, you turn it off and start driving. Talking to passengers might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You will find them back at your studio after your shift. 6 clues discovered available in your room. Okay. Okay, we're done with our shift. Oh, it's the voices. We're going crazy. You take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. He's about to kill himself. Bro, he looks like it. You can hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. Alrighty, the gang. You throw the files Buzzy gave you on the table. On the wall, you hang up the big corkboard where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of... Your plan is simple. Jot down all the pieces of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty party won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each subject, trying to understand their motives, understand how he or she got into the situation. Your neighbor flushes the toilet. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see the pipe shake. It's time to get moving on your investigation. Okay, so we get to abuse our brain. Okay, so these are our victims, right? Or these are our suspects. Autopsy report victim number 3. Let's investigate it. What? I didn't investigate it. Okay, so we got this guy. Paul Mary Fragonard. I don't know what that height is in American freedom units. Retired cop, joined the police force in 1977, divorced from a judge, born in the French Antilles, moved to mainland France in 1976. Oh, poor guy. Weapon, rare gun used in the 70s. Okay, so... Are these people that died? No, these are the suspects, right? Okay, so he's a suspect. He divorced from a judge. He used a rare gun. Well, if the gun is rare, can we, like, compare it to my wound? Homeless man with an unknown background. Hervé Growlo. Briefly worked for Charlie's Belgrade, victim number 2. In the 90s. Got health issues after Richtoden health scandal. A couple arrests for breaking and entering. Oh, we can move this. We can move things, that's cool. No sign of violence. Claudia Campos, medical examiner in Paris. Escaped from Argentina when she was young, lost her parents to the Argentinian junta, the process. So I think we can put this here. Can we connect? I don't know how to connect it. I'll put it here though, under her. No sign of violence. Ow. Salem Wadian. So, well-known lawyer from St. Quinn, Owen. Defender of the Doer case. What is the Doer case? Defender of oh, okay. Defender of several molested kids in poor neighborhoods. Okay, so he defends children. Was a promising football player when he was 10. So both of these are no signs of violence? Periat Pataz, cop in Paris. Dad was a cop, financial affairs. Died 2 years ago. Mom has health issues after Rickerton health scandal. He's gay! In a relationship, never disclose this information to work. Okay, I can't move the pictures, but... Got health issues after Rickerton scandal. Mom got health issues after Rickerton scandal. I wish we could put, like, other stuff here. So both these guys were affected by the Rickerton scandal. Is Charlie's Bowgrain the like owner of the company with the Rickerton scandal? Okay, let's look at this. Autopsy report victim number 4. Oh, whoops. Okay, oh. What? Okay, killer's height is 1 meter 80 thing. Does it automatically connect to all of these? Like, I can't. Oh, whoops, almost ended the night. Is 69 similar to 80 in height? I'm not sure. We gotta use our brain. Okay. So these are like, I guess they're supposedly similar in height then. All of these guys have in common. Both of these have no sign of violence. Killer case about this picture. Picture of crime scene number 1. Message on crime scene number 1 is justice. Also, it automatically connects to these, I guess? Justice. So, because this guy defends children, I guess it's that one. But it could also be this guy. I don't know what the door case is, though. Killer case. 4 clues discovered. But where are the clues? Like, it just puts like one thing up here. Oh. Okay, let's move these around. Victims killed with 1 bullet in the neck. I was the only one that got shot in the gut, though. So this guy has a gun? This guy doesn't have a gun. She doesn't have a gun. He doesn't have a gun. This guy definitely has a gun. So... what's the eye? I'm gonna put that there. Death equal execution. I'm gonna link it to this guy, I guess, because this guy's also a cop. I don't know. Be both. Killer knew the victims or researched them. It's linking to this guy, but I hate to get mad at the guy who like defends molested kids. In poor neighborhoods too. Knew the killer, knew the victims or researched them. I'm linking it all to this guy, I hate to do it. Killer left message in chalk on first 3 crime scenes. Chalk? I don't know what to do about the chalk message, so I'm just gonna put that down there. We got this crime scene. Picture number 2. Message on crime scene number 2. You deserve this. Huh. I take it the little wires are like hints. Oh? Did I move that there? I'm not sure. So... the you deserve this? It's saying that it could either be him or him. Like it's telling me. So... both of these people are mad at the company. Do all the victims work for the company though? That's my question. Killer left message in chalk. Justice. Okay. And then we got this picture of the crime scene. New clue. Time is up. Why is this linked to her though? Medical. Okay, she's a medical examiner. I didn't catch that first. Medical examiner. Time is up. Why would she say time is up though? Why would this be linked to her? Why? I don't get it. Why would she say time is up? What do we think, chat? Let's put all our brain cells together. I don't get what it is about this that links her to this, so I think it's cool that she's a medical examiner. Alright, this guy's a cop, this guy's a cop. Mom died. And this guy's a cop in 1977. He worked for Charles Bourgrain. Victim number 2 in the 90s. Victim number 2 in the 90s. Okay. So he worked for someone who died. I don't know why I didn't catch this. Oh wait, does like information get added the more... Oh, more information got added. Okay, let me reread. Retired cop, 1977. I would think that this guy would be like a cop on the case, like, but the timing is different. Okay, so he worked for victim number 2 in the 90s. He got health issues after the Richtoden health scandal. And a couple arrests for breaking and entering. No thoughts, head empty. Yeah, this is supposed to be easy. I mean, obviously we'll have more hints later. So she's a medical examiner. And her parents died. This guy's a well-known lawyer. Oh, because justice is what makes him the well-known lawyer, I think. Did we see St. Owen anywhere? Cop in Paris. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Anything else? Alright, I guess I'll end the night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. Stand by, chat. I'm gonna go get more water real quick. Oh, my computer is hot, dude. I'm gonna get more water real quick. BRB. Welcome back, gamers. Back. Alright. I think my chat on for a second. Need to play Devil May Cry 5. Wait, why is my chat on the screen lagging? Okay, there we go. I was like worried for a second. Alright. Let's see, back to it. It's on my to playlist. I don't know why my throat/lungs hurt. There's a visible pulse in my stomach too. That's pretty cool, right? Like my stomach is like visibly bouncing from, not bouncing, but there's like a visible pulse on it. Ain't that cool? Ain't that swell? You pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. Oh, we sleep on the sofa bed? So we're broke and a felon and was in a coma? The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Your brain is running at full speed, your body aches and you're in pain, but poor guy. I can't get a break. You can tell you need to get more sleep. You glance at your investigation board. I keep burping. Jeez. It looks awfully empty. Tomorrow you'll have a chance to fill it up more. You shake your head and your mind wanders for a second. A second later, you're asleep. Is there like a time limit on this case? You open one eye. You start whistling some song that's been in your head since you woke up, but you don't know why. It's gonna be a long night. You get up quickly. My blanket fell inside my blanket. Oh no! A few minutes later, you're outside your studio. We're night 2. 5 Nights at Freddy's. Is this where you wanna be? Oh goodness, there's so many people. You got the gas station. We do need more gas. Alright, let's pick. There's people literally everywhere. Got this lady, this creature. Are the yellow people like important? There's a yellow guy over here. Or is that... Okay, that just says when there's people over there. You sure you're got already? Got reveal already? Why? Y'all can't wait. I don't think it's that... What? I don't think it's that impressive. Boing. Boy. I stuck out my tongue and forgot that I can't do that. Now. Okay. Back to it. Back to being a gamer. So I think the yellow guys are suspects, but also these people look cool. And there's this lady and this guy without a face, and then this grandma. Let's get him because he's yellow. We're waiting every night to finally come and invite. Hey pal, can you help me out? No. The door opens. It's Hervé, almost man, like hundreds of others in Paris. Oh, this is the guy that we were investigating. You've known each other for years, and every now and then he asks a favor you to drive him someplace. As usual, he greets you quietly, though he always seems a little on edge. Hey, buddy, what's up, pup? What? He has a strange verbal tick that you've never really understood. You start the cab. Oh, whoops. He catches your eye and smiles. I'm sorry, I'm a bit out of it today. He's in a silly, goofy mood. So I see. I just had a bad week, you know, a really bad week. Then yesterday. He hesitates as if he can't believe what he's about to say, like it's too good to be true. The lines are in the corner of his eyes that show his real age crinkle slightly. I have a character addiction, yeah, me too. Herb gives a little laugh. Serious, man. I don't believe in God, you know? I don't believe in all that bullshit. Shit, it doesn't make any sense. Some guy with a beard up in the sky? I never got it, what people saw in him. What is he gonna say? Anyhow, God, none of us believe in him on the street. His eyes crinkle up at the corners again. Who do you talk to? Literally all the boyfriends. I have like 8 active boyfriend roleplays going on right now. I got yandere boyfriend, mafia boyfriend, bodyguard boyfriend. I think I have a bodyguard fetish. Cause I'd be like wanting, oh my gosh, my wires, I got tangled. I'd be like wanting to buy a bodyguard even though I don't leave my house. It's partially because I'm a scared lady. I mean, we believe when the soup kitchen goes to church. Yeah, sure, we believe in him then. He flashes his teeth and lets out a harsh, raspy laugh. A pause. My blanket isn't acting right. And that's the whole story? So yesterday? He's observing you. His eyes light up all of a sudden. Oh yeah, yesterday. He's talking faster now, an incessant flow. I was starving, man. It was pretty bad. Toby and I had gone through all the garbage bins in the neighborhood. Toby, he's the Sherman guy. He says he prefers France, that we're more generous here. So I was starving. His eyes tear up, his voice drops off, a faraway look comes over him. A lengthy pause. I want gummy candy. Oh, that's a pretty long story. You okay, Herb? He snaps out of it. Yeah, like I was saying that. Yeah, I was starving. Did he eat a cat? Did he eat the cat? I was hanging out near the supermarket on Rue Remosat. Fancy neighborhood, but not too fancy, no cops. Gives you a wink. That's always a plus. And there was like this guy I see around, a young guy, just like a kid. Is that his tick? He comes out of the supermarket with his groceries, and before I even say a word, he hands me a can of cassoulet. A can of cassoulet as big as a beach ball. Herb's face light up. I'm an AI terrorizer, but I do it in the dumbest way possible. I do that on Chai AI. Like, I enact the worst possible fetishes because on Chai AI, the creators can read the chat. So I hope that when they're reading it, they get disturbed by what I say. Herb's face lights up. I didn't even know they made them that big. Herb bursts out laughing and his eye wanders back to the street. And then what? I don't know, that's the whole story? The passenger stares at you for a minute. Yeah, kid gave me a three meal can of cassoulet. You say nothing. What were you expecting? Nothing really. The homeless guy is staring at you in the rearview mirror. Sometimes, buddy, it feels like you expect an awful lot from me. Herb suddenly pats you on the shoulder. Hold on, wait, I'm gonna get out of here if you don't mind. You park the cab as soon as you see an empty space. Thanks, man. He's looking out the window. Yeah, I think that's him. Everything alright? It is, definitely. It's time to settle a little something. Why is he so sketchy? Without another word, he opens the door and gets out. I don't know if I like that guy. This time I'm gonna get him. What? A moment later, he vanishes into a dark alley. What a weirdo. Taxi, start the engine. I'm gonna sit here. Your eyes scans the dark, narrow street, but you can't make anything out. Something moves in the distance, a silhouette, probably Herb, now at a run. The form darts under a street lamp. It is Herb, holding something in his hand. He immediately vanishes from sight. You sit there a minute, and then you switch on the ignition and pull out of the parking space. What? He didn't pay me? Why? Was there a reason for that? Okay. How strange. There's this cultist over here. Let's go see the cultist, I guess. A room. Boom, boom, boom. I have to go home. Is Sean okay? I would say seen. The passenger getting in your cab is clearly upset, as they all are. He gives you an address near the Pantheon. You know the address, a residence for foreign students. Cultist? Is that a white people reference? Oh, he was like a black silhouette when I saw him. All he had was this A on him. You often drive American and Chinese students from there. You start the cab. The passenger in the backseat is furious about something. Excuse me? He has a very thick American accent. You look up. Oh, can I ask you something? You nod. How do the police usually treat black people in your country? I mean, in general, what is their behavior like? He isn't very sure about his pronunciation. Answer honestly? Beat around the bush? I'd say the police have a problem with black people. You reveal your teeth as you continue speaking. And Arabs, oh! And anyone wearing a hoodie. A hoodie? Yeah, wearing sweats. Yeah, if you dress like someone from the poor neighborhoods, they give you a hard time. What does raciale mean? It's a new word to him. You shake your head. Well, it's a word with sort of negative connotations. Negative? Yes, definitely. It gives you a little smile. Now I get it. They thought I was a lowlife, a raciale. Even with your accent? Well, they didn't seem to understand me very well, or maybe they thought I was making fun of them? He sighs. Realistic, yeah. You give him a second to catch his breath. His anger seems to be letting up. Is everything alright? He gives you a strange look. I don't know, I'm not feeling well. He takes a deep breath. Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have jumped on you with a question like that. Don't worry about it. This afternoon after school, I got mugged in the metro by some guy. His voice drops to a whisper. He was the same age as me. He stole my money and phone. He raises his voice a little. Luckily, I still have my credit card and my papers. I went straight to the police station. I was there for 8 hours. I'm tired, upset, but ready to quit. He raises his voice even more. I like France, but it's just as hard here as it is at home. People look down on you because they don't like the look of you. That's the right expression, isn't it? Nod, yes. They say France is the land of freedom, of human rights. But you have to behave a certain way here too, the right way. He screws up his eyes. I like to be judged objectively. But I guess there's no such thing as objectiveness. He settles back into his seat. What are you studying? Excuse me? A minute ago you said you were leaving school when you were mugged. What are you studying? I'm studying to be a mime. A pause. Go ahead, say it. I didn't say anything. No, but go ahead, I'm used to it. I'm not gonna make fun of it or anything, I just know mime schools existed. He gives you a big smile. Imagine when I moved to France to study it. My American friends are still having a good laugh. What exactly are you learning to do? Acting techniques, stage production, makeup. Anything related to the art of mime, really. Are there any mime schools in the US? Your passenger gives a little laugh. No. That's why I don't want to leave, but it's the only thing keeping me in France. You sigh. France is not for everyone. What do you mean? I mean, the French usually stand up for their country. They're worse than Americans. A country is like a romantic relationship. You can't fall in love with everybody. We have our likes, our dislikes, then we fall under the spell again. He's watching you. Are all cab drivers philosophers like you? You flash a smile. I don't think so. The passenger gives a little laugh, then his eyes glaze over with an expressionless, perhaps even sad look. Huh. Thanks, man. It was good to talk to you. But we're not there yet. He slipped into the informal to form, no doubt, by accident. I have a hard time controlling my anger sometimes. That's why I had trouble with the police today. How so? Well, Well, to start, they made me sit in a room for hours with a woman who was clearly a prostitute. They didn't want to take my statement. They didn't want me to file a complaint. I had to insist. They made fun of my studies, but I'm used to that. A small smile appears at the corner of his mouth. And then when I started to get a little mad, when I mentioned the American embassy, they said if I wasn't happy here, I should go home. Certain innuendos were a little... When I got out, there were no more metros, so here I am, telling my life story to a philosopher cabbie. He's so me, the anger issue stuff. I've never had anger issues, I can't understand it. He gives you a smile. Cops, it's complicated here. Do they treat you badly too? You smile and shake your head, no need for him to know. Suddenly the Pantheon appears among the dark buildings. It's a white dome. Its white dome breaks up the dull orange and brown tones of the Parisian sky. Your passenger breathes a little sigh of satisfaction. What? What? What is the art? It's beautiful, isn't it? No doubt about it. Are we gonna kiss? You park in front of the residence where the young man lives. He pays the fare and stretches his hand towards you. Thanks again, meeting you is just what I needed. You shake his hand, he has a strong, confident grip. You know, you should film your rounds at night and make a great series. You answer with a smile. He opens the door, gives you a big smile, then disappears. You hold your arms close to your sides for a moment. You catch your breath, trying to control the anxiety welling up inside. The mere mention of police and you start the cab. We paid a lot, dang. We almost have $400. Alrighty, let's see who else. There's a lot of people. Who's this? Why is it dark over here? A scary, shadowy figure. Well, I can kind of see his face now. It's black from here, though. You gotta hover over it to see it. This guy is the suspect. There are no other suspects. Let's go here. Oh, he's so far away. Oh my goodness gracious. And the time is going away too. There's so many options. I guess we can decline the trip, but we have to, like, get there first, don't we? And it takes our gas, too. I'm too drunk to drive. Isn't this the lawyer? I'll accept. You pull up in front of the address as the central office gave you. What? In front of the address the central office gave you. A crepe joint. Quite a popular one by the looks of the line spilling out the door and onto the sidewalk. I'm in your walls, I'm in your walls. You sit for a moment, the door opens and a group of thirsty somethings comes into view. What is a thirsty something? All the men and women are dressed alike. Sporty running shoes, jeans, small shoulder bags. They're officers from the Paris anti-crime squad in plain clothes. You sigh, they're brutish types. Ones who like to race, tackle, clobber. Ones who ruin the afternoons you spent wandering around Paris in your teens. After a bit, one of them pulls away from the group and comes over to your taxi. He opens the door and collapses onto the back seat. He's stocky and of Asian descent. You can see his muscles through his thick winter clothes. Oh no, this is the cop. This isn't the other guy. He smells like crepes and hard cider and his face is bright red. Hey, what's up? I live near Turnitz. He chuckles as one of his colleagues rushes over to the taxi and pulls out an imaginary gun from his coat. What? He points to his badge and screams at you with a big smile on his face. Why do you scream at me? What a douchebag! What? But he's in here alone. The other cop eventually backs off and you drive away. Sorry man, we were having a going away party for a colleague and celebrating Christmas too. Uh-huh. Don't take it the wrong way. They're not bad guys. You glance sideways at him, he just laughs in response, but quickly stops himself. I truly am sorry. We didn't notice how late it had gotten. It's pretty tense right now. Your passenger smiles and puts his fingers back on his temples. I drank too much. Shit. I'm a lightweight and they knew it. I think they were trying to loosen my tongue. His behavior changes abruptly like he's just seen a ghost. One question. Yes? Do taxi drivers have some sort of policy or ethics code? Yes, of course. He smiles. Perfect, we're lying. Because I don't know who to talk to about this and I don't know, you look like a nice guy. He takes his head in his hands. Fucking shit. I've been lying to my colleagues for years. This is the gay guy. I joined the squad 8 years ago and they all think I'm in a relationship with a woman who lives in Strasbourg. And that we're gonna get married. He makes a strange yelping noise like an air bubble bursting on the surface of water. As soon as they get too close to Strasbourg, I start making up stories. We've almost broken up 10 times. I convinced them we're trying to have a kid, but it hasn't worked yet. He sighs. Look, saying it out loud is just the worst. His eyes are getting shiny. I'm gay. A deep breath. Congratulations. I'm getting married in a few weeks to my boyfriend. Another breath, longer, deeper. I don't see why your colleagues have to know about your relationships, though. No one at work knows, not a soul. The next sentence come out in a rush. He holds his breath the whole time. I like men. I've always liked men. But I work in a police station and listen to their comments, to their jokes all day long. When we catch a guy who's never done time before, we tell him briefly what he should expect. We talk about the violence, about the... Finally, he breathes in again. I say we because I'm in on it. What? Because I can say that word any time of day without any prompting. The word rolls off my tongue completely naturally. Oh, I can't say it. He finally looks you in the eye. They're not mean. Ooh. He shakes his head. My colleagues aren't mean people. They're cops, not mean, just doing the job. He manages to flash a tiny crooked smile. We should tell him to help out the black guy that was in our car a minute ago. You know what I'd really like? He pauses. I'd like to have them over for dinner. Everybody on the squad, they could see my place. Ew. We could play a board game, something normal, you know? And they could meet James. He is your husband-to-be? He takes a moment to think about your questions. He's just like me at the gay part. Congratulations! He takes a moment to think about your question. Yes, soon. What was that smile? He smiles at last, a genuine smile. Can you believe it? We're getting married in 2 weeks. After living together for 9 years. For 9 years, he's been willing to live in a lie. He understands? It's wild, but yes. He knows I love my job and couldn't possibly do anything else. He loves me enough to let me keep lying. He slowly shakes his head. But I can't go on like this, I have to. He freezes. Shit, my head's spinning, I don't feel so good. Why am I telling you all this? Why? He grabs onto the seat in front of him. Hey, can you pull over? You stop immediately. He opens the door and leans the top half of his body out. He throws up. Cool! Oh, look, an airplane. You open your window up to air out the greasy smell of fried crepes and the sour scent of cider. I was waiting on the train, what's it called? The train platform? And in the city, and someone was just like projectile vomiting all over the platform in front of everyone. I felt so bad. A moment later, the cop sits back up. Okay, I'm all set. I got it all out. You start driving again. I'm sorry, really. As long as it's not in my taxi, it's alright. I hate all that. These sausage parties. Cheap alcohol. The lies. You nod while your passenger moans and quietly says, I'm sorry. Don't worry. He pauses to catch his breath. Shit, I haven't barfed like that since last Easter. It made me drink the South African liquor, something with cream and soda. Nasty. Oh, dirty Africa. Why do you have to specify? I can still picture it. I was doing shots while they shouted my name. Karate Kid, Karate Kid. Cause he's Asian? Karate Kid. He seemed uncomfortable. It's my nickname on the squad. Karate? Yeah, I was the judo champion. What is this a slur? Should I say this? It looks like a slur. So he runs his hand along the sides of a body like he's showcasing it for the Home Shopping Network. So Karate Kid. I'm gonna look up what that means. What is G-O-K? A foreigner, especially a person of Southeast Asian descent. It's a derogatory term, but is it a slur? I'm not sure. Is G-O-K a slur? It's just insulting out. I guess it's a slur? I don't know though. I'm not saying it though. Yeah, I know it makes no sense. It's racist. Yeah, well, yeah, a little, but at first I didn't say anything. And now, I mean, I'm used to it. He stops suddenly. Everything's spinning again. Can you pull over? A repeat of last time. He opens the door, leans his head out, and his torso, his arms. The sound makes your stomach churn. You stare straight ahead. Can I ask you a question? More puke on the sidewalk, a little inside the vehicle. Great! Go ahead. Fine, shoot. He sits up, prompts you to drive. So here goes. What should I do? Should I keep on keeping on? Should I confess? Should I invite them to my wedding and surprise them? He pauses. It's a long one. Be straight with me. What would you do if you were me, if you were in my shoes? I think you're being hard on yourself. You're hurting yourself rather than trying to solve the problem. You're not going to change your sexual orientation or leave your husband. So there are no ton of alternatives. Your colleagues sound uncool. I have to find a new profession. He twists his face. But I don't want to. I love my job. But you don't like cops. I do. But your colleagues push things a bit too far, don't they? He stares at you for a long time. His face suddenly relaxes. You're right. He clicks his tongue. You're totally right. I've got to find something else to do. Make a change. You have almost reached your destination. In the back seat, your passenger is almost asleep. You park in front of a small townhouse. There's a light on upstairs. Still up. I'm gonna go talk to James. He looks at you. I don't really remember anything I said, but thanks. He chuckles. I hope this taxi ride wasn't just my imagination. He pays and gets out of the taxi. You listen to his clumsy footsteps on the cobblestones. He climbs the few steps up to the door before he has time to find his keys, and the door opens. Warm, soft light floods the street. You drive away. My leg fell asleep. Are we done? We can only take three rides per night, I thought. Unless that was just the first night? What are these scary, shadowy figures? Are they just black people? And they're like incapable of drawing black people? And are these robots? Are there any leads? This lady looks sad. They all look sad, actually. Are they all gonna trauma dump on us? Oh, do I want to go all the way over here? Is it gonna be worth it? Let's get him. He looks cool. He looks like he's affiliated with some dangerous people. Peter DJ Watson Covello. Accept, I guess. He looks like a Yakuza. The door opens and your passenger collapses into the back seat. His eyes are hidden behind a pair of large dark glasses. His clothes reek of sweat and booze, a clover. He mumbles his destination. You start driving. A few words are exchanged. The weather, taxes, traffic. Then you can tell it's coming. The inevitable conversation about the killer. Some bits of information, rumors, things overheard. Make a mental note of what you've heard. Who knows, it might come in handy. Okay? Your mind wanders, your eyes vaguely scan the store windows. The sodium light coming off the street lamps feels like it's dripping into your brain. You're falling asleep, you need a bit of music to keep you awake. Yeah, let's jam out! You turn on the radio, pressing on the dial to find a station you like. 80s rock ballad, too soft. Behind you, your passenger is snoring barely, but you can hear him. Tonal classical music sounds like the orchestra is badly tuned. Right, not tonight. Two journalists discussing new evidence in the investigation into the Judge murders. Boing! The information they share. I went to buy Ferrero chocolate. I want chocolate so bad. I get to have some on Christmas though, I think. The information they share, salon talk, nothing more, seems important nonetheless. An ad interrupts the torrent of words and you change the station. Classical music again, the flute grates on your ears. Electronic music, you like the rhythm, but just aren't in the mood. Ferrero chocolate is peak. Stop, oh? This guy looks Japanese, right? Like, I'm not seeing this wrong. You lift your hand up from the dial, the music plays on. Not bad. Turn it up so I can hear better. I didn't want to wake you. His voice sounds like it's coming from a deep cavern. I wasn't sleeping, just sobering up. He leans forward. Not bad at all. You hear the touch of an accent. Probably an American, but someone who's lived most of his life in France. Leave it on until they say the musician's name. The music continues. There's nothing turning in the background. A persistent melody that gets higher and higher. Your client mumbles. I bet. The song is coming to an end, and the announcer, in a piercing foghorn voice, throws out the name of a DJ you've never heard of. Is it him? DJ Blunt? I knew it. You like his stuff? Yeah, it's a good product. It's pretty conventionally structured, but it's super popular. He snickers. Still, I taught that dude everything he knows, everything. In '94, at a party at the Rex Club, there was a kid who started buying me rounds. He waves his hand around. A kid no older than 17, I thought he was hitting on me. Chuckles. He would have been disappointed. He shakes his head. No, he wanted me to teach him how to spin. I told him no, but you can watch. And that's exactly what he did every week until he moved to the Osiris. He sold X to pay his way in. What's X? Twitter X? He briefly snickers, and now he's on the radio. Silence fills the cab. Waited silence. You can tell your passenger's mind is spinning. You know what he did this summer? Why is my tongue dry? He was the opener for the soccer championship at Stade de France. It was huge. Wonder what people would think if they knew he was selling drugs at 17. So X is drugs. He lowers his voice a bit. If only they knew. Your passenger clams up. Did I watch him? You stare at your passenger and notice little details revealing how old he must be. The thinning hair on top of his head. The creases in his forehead. His worn blazer that he can't quite fasten anymore. We ran into each other in Ibiza 4 or 5 years ago. He almost jumped at the sound of his voice. I was spinning in this little club, yeah, really little, but it was something. He totally ignored me, of course. Even with those dark glasses, you can see how angry he is. DJ motherfucking Clint. What did DJ Blunt do? Oh, because he taught him? And he ignored him? He suddenly starts waving his arms around. He rummages through his pockets and he says, Oh, your radio. Can I take a flash drive? You glance at your radio. You don't really know what he was talking about. I don't know. No worries. He lays his phone in the space between the two front seats. Listen to this. It's what I played tonight. It's mine. Bro's, what's the word? Promoting his SoundCloud. Why am I forgetting English words? That's so cringe. He sets his phone to play. But You know, people were barely dancing. A drum machine playing a hard-edged beat in the background. Aww. They were taking each other's picture. Four notes start to dance in the cab. They barely touch, never kiss anymore. A perfect dance beat becomes progressively audible. Why can't I speak English? All that purely electronic crescendo plays is over. There's a break in the music. Synthesized strings calm the song down without slowing it down. At least, the song is getting intense again, explodes as your passenger drifts off. I got people dancing. The song keeps going for another minute, then stops. Your passenger doesn't budge. You drive to the rhythm of his snoring. The sound fills the cab. Ideas are bouncing through your head like they do every time you find yourself alone. This guy in the back seat is too old to be young. You look at your own hands. They look like they're suddenly aging in time-lapse. You close your eyes a second. Only a second. Do I crash the car and kill us both? Oh. When you open them, you've reached your destination and have pulled over to the sidewalk. You tap your passenger's knee and he wakes with a start. Shit, yeah? We're here, sir. Ah, yes, great. He rummages through his pockets and hands you a few rumpled bills for fare. Thanks, I hope you liked it. Silence. My music, the song I played you. I should have been in the spotlight, you see? 15 minutes of fame. Just a minute of... He stifles a burp. Okay. You hear him mumble as he leaves the taxi. Poor guy. Those whiskey and what? Oranginas really screw with my system. I don't know my alcohol names. You see him stagger towards this building. It takes him several tries to get the door open. He finally disappears inside. You heave a long sigh. Okay, come on. Alrighty. Oh, he tipped. I didn't realize that they were tipping. Alrighty, who next? This is the other... Oh? What is the eyeball? Is that new? Let's go for this suspect. The suspects have all been pretty boring so far, though. Hospital, St. Louis, please. Your next passenger is your suspect, the retired policeman. Okay, they're suspects. Judging by his look, you could have easily guessed. Hospital, St. Louis, please. You nod your head and start the engine. He yawns. Sorry, I didn't sleep a wink. Goofy. Work? No, not at all. Some nights I just can't sleep. It's not really insomnia. It's like I'm waiting for someone to come home. Oh, is his wife in the hospital? Like I had a son or a daughter telling me, I swear to God, I'll be home by midnight. But at 3 AM, they're still not home. That's so sad. He looks out the window. Dawn has not yet broken over Paris. Bro, he clears his throat. I think it comes from the mother of a murder victim. One of my old cases. What? Mother. Oh, okay. An investigation from years ago. He pauses. Your taxi purrs like a cat after a good meal. I ran into her on the steps of the courthouse just before the trial, and she told me. He closes his eyes, concentrates. The hardest part is hearing a noise in the hallway and knowing. Oh yeah, and knowing it can't be her coming home. Oh, that's what the mother said. The hardest part is knowing she'll never come home again. Aww. He slowly sighs. They dispatched me to a parking lot where the body of a young woman was found. Oh, the R word! She'd been raped and their throat was slit. It was the work of a monster, a wild beast. He raises his hand like he wants to interrupt himself. I honestly think every man has it in him, you know? What a weird thing to say! It's in our instincts, carved in their genes. Bro, you're gonna get yourself put on my list, bro. but it's Min's instincts to kill and assault. She was 19 years old. You can hear the anger in his voice. 19. More anger. Just a kid. He gets back to his story. There was blood on the pavement, a little river of blood. This young woman was propped up on a post, her t-shirt pulled over her face. The son of a bitch didn't have the balls to look her in the eye. Anger continues to make his voice spark from time to time. He'd gone through her bag looking for spare change. All he found was some makeup and old check stubs. We found his fingerprints on the stubs. He'd used his thumb to fan through her expenses. At the time, I remember thinking what a shame it was to have bought all that stuff only to die right after. But I know it's just my mind's way of keeping busy. To avoid looking death in the face. When you're a cop, as you get older, you learn to look everyone in the eye. It makes them more human, whether they're alive or dead victims or criminals. He stops. Did you catch the killer? Yes, but much later, so it wasn't our homeless guy. We just started working with DNA, we were still on shaky ground. We made mistakes. 5 victims in all. That was when I had to learn to look people in the eye. The victims, I couldn't let them turn into numbers, evidence. It seemed crucial to inform the victims' parents of our successes and our mistakes. And it was crucial to reduce the monster that did it to what he was. An abused kid forgotten and destroyed by the system. He got a life sentence, good for him, but the system failed us. Failed all the victims. When it comes to crime, there's no winner. You can see his hand shaking, he sees you looking. These old stories still get to me years later. There's a long pause, your passenger seems out of breath. He sits up, squares his shoulders and changes positions. You're coming up to the hospital. The system, we don't control it, it controls us. No more, no less. It decides whether we're born here or there. His fingers reach towards the skyline. He makes us grow up and teaches us. It makes us grow up and teaches us that women are fragile objects and men are violent animals. And up to the moment the system kills us, we try to break its rules. You park the taxi, your passenger doesn't budge. Do you cry sometimes? Silence. Looks you in the eye. Yes. He looks off into the distance. Good, good. I didn't learn how until it was too late. But it's natural, we're designed to evolve, to change, but only when Mother Nature makes us. He smiles briefly. Without saying another word, the old cop pays and gets out of the car. You watch him until he disappears into the hospital. You notice a newspaper on the back seat. Your last passenger must have left it behind. Or the one before. You grab it and pull it away. It come in handy. Is our night over yet? Our night's not... Is this Santa Claus? Oh, our night's over, okay. You now know more about your clients. You met Hervé. You met Sean. My gosh, why'd we lose so much money? You were honest with Sean? You helped Sean? Oh, so everything I say matters. I'm not just passing the time. You met Harriet. Harriet told you he was gay. Harriet told you about James. Harriet threw up. Is this a key part of the story? Harriet threw up again. You advised Harriet to change professions. Okay. So we can look at all this on our little chart, yeah? Does it keep it where I put it, or does it rearrange it on my behalf? At the foot of your door, just behind a drain pipe, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy. You can just make out your name written in thick black marker on the font. Did that lady come in my house? Your real name? Oh. You take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope you find more information, just as Bussett promised. You lay them on the table, okay? You take a few minutes to update your board with your new clues. You're suddenly overcome with the desire to sleep. Close your eyes, press your fingers to your eyelids, and let out a yawn. I want to go through my clues. Okay, it's time to get moving on your investigation. Okay. So we got... Wait, what's up here so far? Okay, these are what I put here. Oh, wait. Let me go back. This is new. Victim 2 was a fierce politician. Victim 1 was a molester. Never arrested. Wait, so... Did this came from the police officer? So... The guy that killed and assaulted that girl was killed. Allegedly by this guy. Victims killed with a bullet in the neck. Killer left message in chalk. Fierce politician. Who told us this though? I'm gonna put this... I don't know where to put this. I'm gonna just keep that there, I guess. Alrighty, let's look. Picture of crime scene from Busset. Okay. Where's the spent bullet case? There's a bullet, so it goes to him or him because they're cops. I'm gonna just put that there. Now we got police report victim number 1. This is the molester, right? Yeah, victim number 1 was a molester. The killer fought with victim number 1. But he went to jail. They caught him, didn't they? So let's put that there then. What was the door case? Not enough time? I wasted my time? Wait, what is this? Police report victim number 1, victim number 4. So there's two different reports on his height. The killer's height is below 180. I don't know. Interesting. I save? Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm in your walls. If you're scampering your walls, say hi. I had a mouse in my old house and you're gonna remind me of that. I was going crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. It was a fun game. We'll play more next week, probably. Tomorrow is Skatebird. I'm not sure what I'll do on Saturday. Might stream, I'll try to. Yeah. I hope you have a good rest of your days, next 24 hours. Thank you, Hypersonic, for reaching level 7. Thank you, Dan, for reaching level 3. And thank you, Penguin Nutbuster Boy, for reaching level 3. I hope you have a good rest of your days and nights in 24 hours. Roblox on Saturday? I would love to play Roblox on Saturday. I probably will. But... Pew. Pew. I hope you have a good rest of your days and nights. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, stay warm. Or if it's summer where you are, stay cool. And I will see you all tomorrow. At what time? A little later, I think. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. And bye bye. じゃあまたね